What faith do I have in this movie when the title doesn't even make sense?
Sure, it's called I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, or Still I Know What You Did Last Summer. Weird word placement, but this is set 2 years after Barry wooed a fisherman to death. And they got Helen's crown all dirty after dumping the body. Why isn't it called I Still Know What You Did 2 summers ago? Or just simply I Still Know? That would have made sense. That's what popped up in the teaser trailer. The first was a good title for a movie, but an inconvenient title to make a sequel off of. Sadly though, this franchise went into limbo almost as fast as it began, with the first being a box office hit. This was put into production so fast that the original's writer, Kevin Williamson, wasn't involved, due to it conflicting with his work on The Faculty and Halloween H2O, which were also released the same year in 1998. Oh, what's there to write? The fisherman is still alive, and he follows the gang to the Bahamas. Who cares how the movie turns out? We all got a vacation. Let's get this out in theaters only a year after the first. Even the first director, Jim Gillespie, wasn't on board, so instead this was written by Trey Calloway, so it should have spectacular death scenes. He's a writer on 911 Lone Star, and it's directed by Danny Cannon of Judge Dredd. Yes, this time the hook will come with a fork. But I guess people were already over this concept. It was very poorly received by critics, so much so that even Jim Gillespie thought it sucked. And I'm guessing Lois Duncan was thrilled her name was on this too, given how radically different from the book these are. Though I wish there was a proper novelization of this. What a confusing ass read these two would be back to back. Audiences weren't too interested after the bad word of mouth, so this brought in about 60% less box office than the first, meaning these letters have been relegated to chainmail, as no one cares if they will bring about a curse anymore. They're going right in the trash bin. It'll still be a direct-to-video movie. The movie is consistent, though. It goes along with the twist from the other that this is still not from Dimension Films. I don't understand what's going on in this universe, but the audio flashbacks will help a little. Hey, in case this movie turns out not to be quotable, we'll throw in the most popular line from the other. And also, the fisherman killed Jesus? Why? Were he and the disciples his competition? Bet you wish you walked on water now, huh, asshole? If you're wondering how Julie is still alive and able to make it to confession, relax. We'll just say that the jump scare ending beforehand was a dream, as well as the teaser trailer with the killer barging in on her therapy session, which is not included in the movie. She is instantly blabbing all of their secrets.
I killed a man, but it was an accident.
Barry's ghost is furious you broke the pact.
And we had a pact!
And why are you still upset? You were fine about it at the end when you found out the fisherman was simply a serial killer that you pissed off. He wasn't just some innocent guy that you hit. Unless this is yet another dream sequence.
I know what you did last summer.
It still makes no sense. It was 2 years ago, not last summer, damn it! Ray must be away at sea again, so Matthew Settle will fill in the concerned role.
No, and it should.
God, it was so real. I mean, I could feel his breath on me.
Phew, she thinks that was a dream and not me peeking at her, notes. And don't confide in him, your secrets will get out. He was literally in Gossip Girl. This doesn't seem like the kind of school for someone who was constantly on edge.
This close to failing.
Ah, the old days when you could just set off firecrackers at a school. No big whoop. And good news, Ray is back and still smells like mackerel.
I got my truck. It's a crab boil at Ollie's. It's a Croaker Queen pageant. It's small town fun, but it's still nice.
That sounds awful. He seems shocked that she isn't keen on going back to town so soon, considering it was the place where half of her friends were murdered, and it's the anniversary of it, since this is also a July 4th movie. I feel the 4th of July is an underrated genre of horror movies, from both Uncle Sam wanting you dead on Independence Day and Diane Weiss too. We've still got a Sarah Michelle Gellar cameo in the form of a picture. I love how she keeps only a picture of Helen to remember her fallen friends, but not Barry. She's secretly okay with Barry being gone. Just like how she won't miss her new friends either when she's woken up in the middle of the night by strange noises.
What are you doing in my closet?
Some freaking friend you are. Brandy's character Carla knows that Julie is traumatized by a slasher villain stalking her, so what does she do? No big deal. I'll sneak into the apartment, cast a creepy shadow everywhere, then borrow something from the closet. Surely that won't make my friend piss the bed and have a panic attack. Then she can go out partying with new Helen and new Barry.
Hey, I'll talk real slow.
My words may escape me, but you ain't going nowhere, pretty lady. At least Ty hasn't tried strangling anyone yet, like Barry did.
You know, Ty, you are an unstoppable force of nature.
You better recognize.
Yeah, you know me. I was in 8 Mile. Don't know that one. I like High School High. She's got that nice will here to get her a drink. Nothing too strong. She's already having visions. Knowing how silly this killer is, I wouldn't be surprised if Ben the Fisherman really is just standing there in a club wearing a slicker. Her visions are confusing. If he's imaginary, then who is that back there without her noticing it? Is it the audience who is having visions of someone not there? Again, it wouldn't surprise me if he were at the club. Look at how they end up getting tricked into going to the Bahamas. Carla gets a call from a radio station where if she knows the capital of Brazil, they win a free trip.
Rio.
Okay, Rio de Janeiro.
Just yes! Magic 96.7.
That's not even the right answer. The first tell that they're being screwed with, unless the DJ has a pre-1960 geography book. Wait until Ray hears about this.
Ray!
Give him a second. He's at work on this fishing dock / TRL music video. You damn frat boy fisherman, stop trying to make the fish bang. And what the hell is John Hawkes doing in this? And why is he talking like he should have been in the nightclub scenes?
Hey man, I'll ride up with you. Kick it with my homies in Cambridge.
I wish he said that exact line in the sessions. And what? He's gonna propose to Julie? They don't even seem to like each other, and Carla doesn't like him either.
That boy's got fish on the brains.
What? No, I think that's Dave here. I hope that Dave also goes on the trip with him.
Here I go again on my own.
I'm thinking it's these two that are gonna end up getting married. The honeymoon's getting cut short when, oh no, there's a body on the side of the road. It can't be the fisherman. How on earth would he know that they spontaneously decided to go, and when they leave, and what road they'd take, and that they wouldn't just drive around him after he stopped by to pick up one of the mannequins from Bridget Wilson's shop? I mean, it's gotta be him. He has the same MO of instantly killing people who had nothing to do with his hit and run, whereas he just taunts Ray again, albeit with a much bigger budget this time, and cool stunts and spark work. Please show up, Ray. I don't want to be stuck with this group.
What's happening, lovers? What's going on? We gonna get tropical, we gonna get tropical, huh?
Strap in, we're going to the Rainforest Cafe! New Ray will be an excellent replacement. His full name, by the way, is Will Benson. Brace yourself on why that name is a hint. If anything happens at this establishment, someone will be on hand to toss any hooligans out on their ass. They have Red West from Roadhouse watching the place. This movie is full of surprise appearances. And speaking of which...
I got some back guano. I got the cream jeans. Listen, anything you guys need, Titus got.
The hell? Why is Jack Black here doing his own Be Kind Rewind version of Club Dread? Now I feel foolish. I saw the first on a double feature with the Jackal when I should have stayed home and rented these two in '98. Why is it a comedy sketch now?
Hey, what's up? Was you looking for the disco?
Beat it.
Bruce, where the hell are you and your giant gun? Let's take a break. We'll return to Blumhouse's Fantasy Island 2 after this.
Good guys always finish last.
You've got a problem. Let me the hell out of here!
But Bailey's not a good guy anymore.
It's like you're someone else, man.
Party of 5, Tuesday on 10.
We're back. Any other surprise faces in this?
What can I do for you?
Now the Reanimator is in it? If Jeffrey Combs seems annoyed, maybe he was under the impression that Peter Jackson was directing it. After all, Jackson was approached about directing it. I wish. This movie needs Ghost Arlie Ermey to get these shits to stop partying and get back to school. There's always a catch with these contests. First, it's that they're here during storm season, and now the flickering lights shows that everyone's gonna act like a ghost for no reason.
201 and 202.
Ugh, Bill Cobbs is gonna ask which one has The Shining, isn't he? Sounds like Ray is having the far better weekend. He can rest up easily in a comfortable hospital bed. It's when he hears about the open bar and hot bartender that he's out the window. Now we've got Jennifer Esposito here. We've had John Hawkes, Jack Black, Red West, Bill Cobbs, and Jeffrey Combs. This movie's going out of its way to make the supporting cast more interesting than the leads. Hell, I keep forgetting about our main characters because I'm too distracted about what actors are around the corner, like I'm watching The Love Boat. Even the killer is standing out more than the leads. First he sets up a fake trip for them to the Bahamas, then he lays on the side of the road hoping Ray will show up, and now he has amazing karaoke machine hacking abilities? I kinda like The Fisherman. I like slasher villains where I mainly ask, what is with this guy? He's less a slasher villain and more like a prankster on Jackass. Same with the other characters. Stop leaving familiar looking and cryptic notes and then sneaking up on her.
Hey, you don't have to apologize. I'm the one. I understand.
Yes, we know you definitely have something to do with The Fisherman. But maybe I'll still give him a chance. He smells more like roses, while Ray smells like he lit a fire and was vomited out by Monstro the Whale. Anyway, who else unrelated to the story needs to die for no reason? Oh, did I say no reason? I meant you were given the wrong tickets and need to get back to the set of Orange County immediately. But not before reminding us that it's 1998.
I'm saying we take the boat and get jiggy with it.
That's the whitest thing you've ever said, Titus. The killer's at least nice enough to let the comic relief do his shtick before killing this guy suddenly. What's this dude's name? I don't know, we just need an extra body count. Jack Black will help him, I'm sure. Yeah, not falling for that again after I just got all my limbs sewn back on. But meanwhile, in the lighting of every cartel movie in the 2000s, The Fisherman is a way bigger dick in this. He set it up to where our heroes go to the Bahamas so he can kill them, then he just murders the hotel staff? This feels more like he's getting revenge on the hotel. Did he have mites in his bed 2 years ago? Hell, our heroes mainly just have to deal with Ty.
We're miles away from anybody, so nobody can hear you scream.
Are you sure about that? Why is it like one of those summertime Saved by the Bell beach episodes? Oh yeah, joints work their best when you're randomly under the water for about 10 minutes. Seriously, how long was he there before they spotted him? And the fisherman is running out of prank ideas.
Where in the hell's my toothbrush?
Let's see you get that spinach out of your teeth now, bitch. You'll have nasty breath when telling your friends about the dead body I left behind. I asked for a female masseuse corpse. Ben missed his calling as a fixer or a crime scene cleaner. In the time it takes for her to get her friends, he, again, has already cleaned up any trace that there was a bloody-ass body here, his strongest power. And worse yet, you annoyed Jeffrey Combs.
In the meantime, let's slow down on the dark and stormies and get some sleep.
Hey, I've been serving them Diet Squirt all night. Also, it's a disaster movie now, as he warns them that a hurricane is nearby, or if this establishing shot is any indication, an asylum movie could be being shot too. I can tell this was written quick. This is a lot of notes strung together in a movie. What is going on here? Is it a curse film now?
Fear of the future. Blood of the
Okay, but I don't understand how transporting Ben's body into a Chucky doll is gonna solve anything.
And then this happens.
Jack Black is still under the impression he's in a sequel to Biodome. What? No, you can't kill the comic relief? Just kidding. Every other person in this is a comic relief. Even when he dies, he's reacting as if he spotted someone incorrectly using his bong.
God damn it! Seriously, don't do that!
Why did I even have those weapons to begin with? Oh God, no! I really had this coming!
But then in the 80s vigilante movie that's going on simultaneously, Ray is gonna clean up these streets exterminator style.
Which one are you talking about? Crazy boy.
You want the shades?
He's gonna be very disappointed when he makes his way through the hurricane, only to find that he's already missed the island orgy night. What?
Hey, Jules. Get any sleep?
I slept next to 3 people with beer farts. How do you think I slept? There's still things for them to do. They could have a nice stroll through the rain, or work out in the rain, if there's no distractions. You are all obnoxious. I want the killer to take me away. She's playing it safe, though. Yeah, being in a tanning bed isn't exactly where I'd go if a killer is stalking me, especially after having a Final Destination marathon. But then we wouldn't get this shot. I guess now I understand why they made a sequel. You know who's probably thankful they're not on this trip? Her old roommate. Whatever happened to Deb from the other? Could she not afford the luxurious $10K a month college apartment that Julie lives in now? Whatever. Deb's the smartest one for not being in this, though not as smart as the Fisherman, who just happened to know that Carla would check all of these utilities so she could find a body. What's his secret? He's made it back to the island way quicker than Ray, and they're both fishermen, but he's simultaneously stupid. I'll trap Julie in this tanning bed, which won't kill her, because everyone immediately hears her scream, and they know there's a killer loose now because they found Jack Black's body. No, what are you doing? You don't need those clothes. The studio demanded we keep the murder spree as sexy as possible. Still no excuse for breaking the pact.
We hit Ben Willis with our car and then we threw his body in the water to cover it up. He killed Barry and Helen last July 4th.
Whoa, hold up. Who's Barry and Helen? With most of the hotel staff dead, they're running out of more red herrings.
There's dead bodies piling up all over the place, and as far as I can see, there's only one guy missing.
The porter, what's his name?
Estes!
Good point. Estes Perkle would strongly disapprove of their lusty sleeping arrangement. And Ray is still the most comfortable of them all. He likes his bus seats like he likes his plot line, padded. And can we talk about whatever plot was going on here with Bill Cobbs' character?
Oh yeah, no doubt. This is our fucking guy.
I highly doubt that Joe Boo had anything to do with this. Seriously, what was he doing in here? Was he summoning a Lucio Fulci zombie movie? Maybe.
Voodoo.
I was ill-prepared for this movie, getting even more stupid after the plot centered around a prize from a radio show.
Seriously, he does know about the radio plot.
Brasilia. That's the capital of Brazil. not real.
Well, makes sense to me. Estes is merely using his voodoo to protect the heroes from any more unfair DJ wins. Props for saying these lines with a straight face.
What the fuck are you talking about? Rio isn't the capital of Brazil. Sorry, wrong answer. We lose.
This is close to being a comedy.
Let's take another break. The movie needs to hit the TV a few more times for the laugh track to kick in, and there's been a significant amount of 911 connections in my episodes lately, with Jennifer Love Hewitt in this, plus the writer of this film, and Rob Lowe in Square Dance. Hey, you know what that means.
And now it's time for Lloyd's Out of Context 911 Lone Star Clip of the Week.
No pulse. I'm starting compressions.
Cap, medical's here.
Oh, how I missed this!
We're back. Has Ray saved the day yet?
Did you ever see what it's like outside?
I'm not looking for a weather report.
Cause that'll make the dangerous hurricanes go away. Hop in the boat!
Let's see if I can follow this. Estes knows who Ben Willis is because Ben stayed in the honeymoon suite with his wife, but then killed his wife there, where his dead daughter and dead wife are also buried on the island. Makes sense. His daughter died in a car accident caused by David here, so when Ben's daughter died, he was like, take her body to the Bahamas and bury her there next to my wife, who we also buried there in our vacation plot once I killed her. Don't think too hard, just do callbacks.
Do you hear me? If you want me back, come and get me. I'm right here.
Oh, stop it. And also, Ben had 2 kids, and they don't know who the son is. Who could it be?
He couldn't have got far. I'll catch up with you guys later.
No.
You think it's Will? Nah, no way. Can't be. And why aren't they just using any of Jack Black's weapons?
What are you gonna do with those? You gonna butter them? You gonna clean vegetables?
Vegetables? No, I'm still on a vacation diet. Anyway, Ray grew tired of being the exterminator, and now he's in the less than perfect storm. At least I kind of understand why the fisherman would want to kill Ty. He was finally tired of all of his complaining about this wonderful establishment.
Personally, I haven't seen one goddamn psycho killer.
I'm going with they actually did see Ben, obviously standing up there. They just wanted him to get rid of Ty. Don't think that makes them friends, though.
God, you sick freak.
Hey, ouch, after I helped Helen get the perfect haircut to be beauty queen. And I gave you something to do on vacation. You ever been to a resort when it's non-stop raining? It's really boring. You know, if they had a little more time to flesh out all the random-ass notes they cobbled together for this flick, they could almost have something. Though because it is so random and stupid, it's never boring. Later, when Freddie Prinze Jr. talked about it, he said he never did see it because of how negatively it was received. Then several years later, he did see it for a podcast, and remarked that he found it pretty entertaining. He's not wrong. The first one is very, very straightforward, but it's got certain things about it, like the letter gimmick and the look of the killer that made it stand out. The first was a way better movie than this, but this one is so bonkers that it's the one you'd probably want to pick up for a wacky-ass movie night with friends. This one is more comedic in the sense that there's way more dumb lines and comic reliefs, but the movie never seems like it wants to be a horror comedy. It's still just a standard slasher that happens to have some funny, slightly out of place parts. But if they really punched that up and made it a satire sequel that was both a sequel and parody, like going the Chainsaw Massacre 2 or Gremlins 2 or Jason Lives route, it could have worked and been pretty easy to do with just one more draft. Instead, it's just a lot of, oh, well, that was dumb. You know, like how Will is actually Ben's son and part-time DJ.
Come on, Julie, what's your favorite radio station? 96.7.
See, this is exactly why you didn't make it as Guy Gardner in that Justice League movie. Hal Jordan would never trick us like this, so Ben and his son Will are hell-bent on killing this girl and anyone who comes in contact with her, simply because Ben was hit by a car and survived. And these killers must have disposable income and a lot of free time, because instead of just stalking and killing them at college, they arranged a fake call-in show and a vacation for 4 people. Oh yeah, and pretend to be friends with them too for no reason. And don't say this trip was to get them alone. He killed people during a parade and a beauty pageant. Really, I am describing a comedy here. Look at what the clue was for him being one of the killers. His alias is Will Benson. Get it? Ben's son.
You'll get it? Will Benson? Ben's son.
My God, you're shitty at jokes, too. You Willises are the dad jokes of killers. I don't even understand why Ben is still mad. He got some cool scars and a neat hook hand after the end of the first. How is she gonna get out of this?
Let it go! Let it go.
Hurricanes, famously easy to travel through, and quick, too. Julie, I'm so glad this is the first place I looked when making it back to the island. Ray didn't even need to show up. These idiots will just end up killing each other. Shit, now I have to write notes and stalk myself. I love how this guy David was responsible for the death of Ben's daughter, but they killed him fast and dumped his body in the bay. But hit someone with a car will stalk you for years, and it'll take emptying out an entire gun to stop us. There's still a third movie. Look at the bright side. No one has to move his body to the Bahamas. He's already got a hole. Let's dump Will in there too. I'd say we should help clean this place up, but the hurricane don't seem so bad. It only slightly knocked over one chair. We still got some time left. We could put a tease in here at the end. For instance, why isn't Amityville Sound-Alike playing? Are they setting up a haunted house movie? Possibly. He survived several gunshot wounds, can do the haunted attic wind, close a door without standing nearby, and you'd think they'd know if Ben's body was never recovered, but alas, here he is. Yeah, if the first one taught me anything, it's to just write off any jump scare ending as a dream sequence. The movie may not have done well, but if you keep the budget low, you can still make a third. You don't even need the same cast anymore. That'll spare you from having to reference this movie's ending. So 8 years later, in 2006, we got I'll Always Know What Your Ass Did Last Summer. Yeah, if you thought part 2 was dumb, wait till you see what happens when the series goes straight to video.
They were the best of friends until something went horribly wrong. I'll always know what you did last summer. Get hooked.